friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. I'm here with a video for the Hedgehog Hollow subscription box, and this month's box is all about music. Like, it has this 6x8 stamp set called Music Speaks, a smaller stamp set called Chin Up Buttercup. It's got a guitar stencil, a piano stencil, and then 2 sets of instrumental ephemera. And they're made to layer, actually, and there's 28 pieces in each one, but they're made to layer together, not those two, but the other one, like those, there's 2 trumpets in there, so they're meant to layer together. But I have to be honest, I have not been layering them. I've been foiling them because these are laser printed, so they are foilable. And I think that instead of having a set of 28 that layers, I have a set of 56 die cuts that I can use on my cards and my scrapbook layouts. So in a couple of weeks, the next video I share, I'm going to do a traveler's notebook layout with it, but this time I'm going to make 3 cards. Now, I also believe that this Sugar Sparkle Holographic Eclipse glitter came with the kit, so I'll use that on 1 card in a really quick and easy way. So I'm going to start by deciding what I want to make. And those musical notes, by the way, look gorgeous foiled, like absolutely stunning on a card. So I'm pulling out a couple. I just did this card challenge. It's a 3-2-1 challenge, and we were supposed to use 3 embellishments, 2 die cuts, and a stamp on a card. So I decided that I really liked that idea, and I thought it was really fun making the cards, so I'm going to do the 3-2-1 on 2 of the cards here. But they'll be slightly different. One of the cards will have 2 die cuts, a stamped sentiment, and then 3 embellishments. And one of the cards will have 1 die cut, 2 stamps, and some embellishments. And then the third card is going to have that one fabulous stamp with all the musical terms with the treble clef in the middle. And I will use the glitter on the third card. So I have this little foiling machine. This is one of those 3M Scotch foiling machines. I've had it a couple years. This cost me somewhere between $15 and $25. I got it on sale. Back to school sales, they always have laminators and laminating materials. And this is all you need to foil. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I noticed I used a piece of parchment paper and I folded it in half. You need a carrier sheet. I use parchment paper, which is the same parchment paper you bake with. So you can, if you have it in your kitchen, just grab a piece and you can use it over and over. You can also use plain copy paper. I do that also. So I put the colorful side of the foil down, and then I arranged the 3 pieces I wanted to foil on top of the back of the foil so that the black side was facing the foil, the back of the foil page. So if you missed that while I was doing it, I apologize. But this is so easy. I just made a bunch of card bases. I cut 2 pieces of white cardstock at 4 1/4, and now I'm just scoring each piece at 5 1/2, and I will use 3 of these as card bases for cards. So my laminator takes about 10 minutes to warm up, and then I just turn it off when I'm done. It's got a ready light when I know it's ready. So for this card, I'm actually going to glue down that foiled baby grand piano, and this is the background piece, really. But why would I layer anything on top of that? It's so beautiful just like that. The foiling is amazing. And this foil is from Deco. It's Deco Foil from Thermalweb makes it, I believe, and that is the summer rainbow color that I used. and I thought it was really pretty. And there are foils in the Maker Forte shop. So I'm just trying to decide on a sentiment, and I pulled out this smaller of the two stamp sets and used the make your own kind of music stamp, and I'm just going to ink that up with my beautiful Eclipse black ink. I love this Color Hive ink. Stamp it right on there. It stamps beautifully the first time. This is the first time I've ever used this stamp set, and I'm loving these die cuts, like absolutely loving them. So I'm pulling out my embellishments. So one stamp, two dies, and I'm pulling out my Maker Forte Crown Jewel gems, and these are in the Vegas strip color, which is my favorite. I also have Bittersweet, which is a dark orange, but I didn't think it would look great with that foil because it's kind of a purpley red or a purpley pink color. So I'm just going to add 3 of those, and you can see I used the Maker Forte hooked tweezers. I love those for picking up those little gems. They are beautifully designed. And then this is the Magic Wand tool, and it's got a craft pick on one end, and it's got a jewel picker at the other end, and I'm loving it. And I used art glitter glue there. So for my second card, I'm going to go ahead and this is going to be, this will be a perfect masculine card. Actually, any of these would be perfect masculine cards. People are always asking about masculine cards. These would be great masculine cards. And if your child is in band, orchestra, chorus, choir, the music instructor would absolutely love any card you make out of this kit. Like, it's so fantastic. The sentiments are just wonderful. So I am inking this up with the clear embossing ink from the Color Hive collection. That's from Maker Forte. And I'm going to use some black embossing powder, and I'm hoping that I push down well enough. I just got the Smoosher thing, the Smoosher tool for the MISTI from Maker Forte, and I forgot that I had it. So I'll use it on the next card though. So I'm just brushing off any excess embossing powder there, and I'm going to go ahead and heat set that. And I'll put the links to the Hedgehog Hollow kits below, and I will separately link the stuff specifically that you can get in the Maker Forte shop. The tools and everything that I'm using, because I love the Maker Forte tools. I love the Maker Forte inks. They're just fantastic. So I heat set that, so that's all done. And now I'm going to pull out my 1/4 inch double-sided adhesive tape. So I love this stuff, and probably I should have like measured this to get it straight, but this is the 1/4 inch, and once it's down, it's down. So I'm not really, if I've got one crooked there, so sad, too bad, sister, because it's done. I usually burnish that with the tapered end of my bone folder, and then it peels off much easier. I just trim the excess off all the edges. And now I'm getting rid of that paper on top, and I pulled out a piece of scrap paper, and I'm pouring on that beautiful Eclipse. This is pretty fine glitter. This is really nice glitter for this particular technique. So I'm just putting the excess sugar sparkle glitter back in the container, and now I'm going to burnish it with my finger. You could use your bone folders to do this if you don't want to use your finger. I think it makes a huge difference because it really gets it all down in the adhesive, and it's a little darker and a little bit more sparkly. Excuse me. And I just brush the excess off with that sweeper tool, which I love, and you can see how quick and easy that card was. Perfect masculine card, perfect feminine card. So I think it works. And sorry, there's a bug flying around my craft room, like a little fruit fly or something, and I cannot catch that thing to save my life. It keeps flying in front of me, and it's driving me crazy. So for my third card, I'm going to use that French horn I foiled, and I pulled out this beautiful winding scale. I just love that winding scale. and I think it's just so free, and I like the way that turned out. So I'm just playing around with it, and I decided I really like that scale on the right hand side. So I'm going to stamp it in my MISTI just to make sure I get my sentiment straight. And it doesn't really matter whether that winding scale is straight or not. But this is I really am enjoying this kit. So I'm going to stamp these two in black. So for this card I have 2 stamps, 1 die cut, and I'll add 3 embellishments. So I'm using the color Hive Eclipse black ink. It really is remarkable ink. I love it. And I'm pulling out my Smoosher tool. This time I remembered I have it, and this way I will get a nice, it's perfect. Came out perfect. It probably would have without the tool, but that tool is actually really nice. It helps you put a little more pressure. Still trying to get the fly, or the fruit fly, or whatever it is. And now I'm going to add that French horn with some foam tape, just like I did on the first card. And I'll add 3 of those Vegas strip embellishments. And you can see I'm using the hooked tweezer and the magic wand jewel picker. I love them. They're great tools. Super design. I would love it if you could give my video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. You'll find all the links below to the supplies I used in the Hedgehog Hollow kit. Thanks for watching, friends.